So we learned how different arithmetic operators are used with our pointers. You are all clear with that concept. A small thing which is normally used in our programming language or whenever you are working with computer organization concepts and all is scale factor. I just want to define this one, scale factor. We already performed some, we have already used this addition operator and subtraction operator with an integer value. Do you remember that one? We have done add plus number or add plus add. That means we are trying to perform plus operation with a number, and we are trying to perform subtraction operation with a number and from a pointer variable. Do you see this example? If you see, we are trying to perform plus operation with P1. We are trying to perform, we want to add 1 to this P1, and we want to add some j value to this one or a number you want to perform. These two are valid operations. So whenever you are doing like this, I've already told you, like we need to perform multiplication of 1 with the data type, whatever it is holding. That value is called as a scale factor. Normally, an integer value, if you are trying to add 1, it is not like to P1, 1 is directly added. It is not the case. What actually happened? In the last class, in the earlier class, we learned like 1, we need to multiply with the size of the data type, whatever it is pointing to. So to 1, it will be internally multiplying with 2, and we will be getting 2 value here, and that 2 value will be added to P1. Suppose if the j value is 3, let us consider P1 plus 3 is nothing but 3. 2 will be again multiplied, and that is 3 into 2 is 6, and that 6 will be added to P1. So that value, whatever value you are multiplying to this number, and that number is called as a scale factor. The new terminology is given here. Scale factor is nothing but the number of times the value has to be incremented. Got it here? The 1 is incremented twice because it is pointing to the integer data type, and j is also incremented twice because again the pointer is pointing to the integer. Here, okay, so that number of times is referred as a scale factor. So normally the scale factor depends upon the data type. What is that? Character will be that whenever you are using char data type, then the scale factor is 1. If it is of integer data type, scale factor is 2. For float it is 4, and for double it is 8. Suppose if P1 is pointing to integer data type, then P1 plus plus is nothing but we are performing P1 plus 1, and to 1, what is the data type? 2, integer, so 2 needs to be considered. So we will be incrementing the value by 2 times. We are not incrementing the value by 1 time. P1 plus plus is nothing but P1 plus 1 star 2. Suppose if it is pointing to a character data type, then P1 will be incremented by 1. If P1 is pointing to a float data type, then it will be incremented by 4 times. Got it? If P1 is pointing to a double, then the scale factor is 8, then P1 will be incremented by 8 times. That is what you need to understand. So always whenever you are using a pointer arithmetic, the incrementation operation, whatever you are doing, that depends upon your scale factor, and scale factor is depending upon the data type, whatever we are mentioning for that particular pointer. So for character it is 1, for int it is 2, for float it is 4, and for double it is 8. Okay, so how can we know the scale factor for a particular data type? Simply by using the size of operator. We already learned at the time of learning this operators concept. Size of is a special operator which is used to understand, which is used to know the size of a particular data type. So that size of operator can be used to find the scale factor. Right? So this always, whenever you write size of int, this always returns the number of bytes required for a particular data type representation, and that value is called as a scale factor. Okay, so the output of our program here is the number of bytes occupied by our int is, it is of size of int. Size of is your operator. Okay, so a special operator. So size of, it will be 2 bytes for int, for float it is 4, for double it is 8, and for carrot is 1. So this is the normal scale factor values of your particular data type. Okay, this is how scale factor can be used.